With Nelson Mandela still in a South Africa hospital in critical condition, the final chapter of his life is being written, but his legacy as an inspiration to his country and the world is indelible, and it's reverberated right around the world, all the way to one American lawyer who heard Mandela speak nearly 20 years ago. That moment changed his life, and in time, the lives of hundreds of young South Africans he has helped. Here's ABC's Byron Pitts.
Thank you, Father, for the food.
For children by the hundreds living in the ghettos of the South African township of Soweto, prayers for a better life are being answered by this man.
Wow, I missed my class.
What's up, Livo? You guys come up here quickly.
Jose Bright, an American lawyer from Compton, California.
You're a long way from Compton, California.
Oh, yes. I've been here now 18 years, and this is home.
Bright runs a school called Toboho. It's the African name the locals gave him. Roughly translated, it means a gift from God. Most of the students ages 8 to 18 are orphans, kids who lost one or both parents in this country long ravaged by HIV/AIDS.
My mother died when I was 2. Well, that's what my grandmother told me.
Kids like 17-year-old Elizabeth. Her mother and sister died from AIDS. She lives in this small house with her grandmother and 5 other relatives.
Okay, as you can see, there's nothing in the refrigerator.
Their life is lean. 7 people share one table with 2 chairs. They use this hot plate to cook meals and heat the house. It's winter in South Africa. At night, temperatures can drop into the 30s. But there's a bright spirit to Elizabeth dark circumstance cannot dim. Thanks, she says, to the American who came into her life.
I always smile when I see him. The only reason that makes me wake up in the morning and say I'm going to school is because Mr. Bright is there.
I wish people could see what I see every day. I wish people could see how brave these young people are to walk so far on an empty stomach because they want to get an education.
For many of them, this is the only meal they'll have today, yes?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and it breaks my heart sometimes to know that children who come on a Saturday to get extra classes because they now value the quality of an education.
The menu the day we visited, beans, corn, and potatoes. Children here don't complain, don't ask for seconds. Theirs is a measure of gratitude and determination that defy the hardships each faces.
We call this the freedom generation.
That's how Jose Bright and many here refer to the children of South Africa, most especially those in Soweto. Here where the inhumanity of apartheid was at its worst and the people's rebellion sparked by the Soweto uprising in 1976, its most intense. Here where Nelson Mandela first defied the government. And it is here, decades later, Jose Bright believes he is making a difference.
This is a country where 70% of the young are unemployed. Nationwide unemployment is north of 30%, has one of the highest rates of murder and rape in the world.
Absolutely, and only less than a third of the population has a high school diploma. But all I can talk about is one child at a time.
I'm gonna put this X down, plus 90.
Most of these children were failing in public school, deemed unteachable and unwanted. HIV/AIDS is still a badge of shame in South Africa for those stricken by the virus and their children. In Jose Bright's school, those children are encouraged, and the results speak for themselves.
In 12 years, we've had a 100% pass rate. In 12 years, none of our girls have fallen pregnant. In 12 years, none of our children have been involved in the criminal justice system.
Oh, you're an optimist, it sounds like.
I have no choice. I have to be an optimist because I see the miracle every day unfolding. Okay, I'm still not happy.
Many of his students go on to college. Out of his classrooms have come teachers, lawyers, a doctor.
To us, Mr. Bright is a teacher, a motivator, and an advisor. He makes us to see the world as a better place. So for him, he's like our father.
But in a country this big, with this many problems, one man can do so much, as we were painfully reminded as we stood in the kitchen with Elizabeth after school.
Your only meal today was what you had at the school?
Yes.
How often does that happen? Talk to me.
just that it hurts me to see us not having food today. I don't think about myself at all, but I think about my grandmother a lot. She's the only person I think about all day if we don't have food here at the house. Because she's my everything.
Tonight in Soweto, there are children by the thousands like Elizabeth. Her dream, she told us, college, a career, and to, quote, take myself far. It's a dream that may not be deferred because of one American who heard Nelson Mandela's call and answered. For Nightline, Byron Pitts, Soweto.
One man making a difference. Thanks very much to Byron Pitts for that.